Michael Griggs down in the flag stand. Green flag is out. We are underway. Spear and Murray with Poland in tow. Head up the back straightaway. Michael Spear's going to lead him into turn number 3. Benny Poland ducks underneath Jeff Murray. Lean on each other a little bit. Poland gets loose and collects Tara Tarbell. She's going to bounce it off the wall. Everybody keeps going. Good bit of driving by everyone. That was pure racing incident, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Spear up front, taking over where he left off last week with a feature win. Young Jeff Murray looking for his first win of the season. 2 laps in the books. It's Spear, Murray, Poland, Tarbell, Minkler, and Wadley. Michael Spear holding down the top spot. Jeff Murray holding down the second spot. Ben Poling holding down the third spot. Michael Spear still running strong up front. Cross flags out, this time by Jeff Murray, about 3 car lengths back in second. He's trailed by Benny Poland, Tara Tarbell, Kent Minkler, and Joel Wadley making his first run of the season. Getting a 3-car battle now for the second spot as Michael Spear is all but checked out on the field. Tarbell looking to the inside of Poland. Benny Poland leaves the bottom open. Tara Tarbell, they'll come down to the line. Double sticks are out. 2 to go. Tarbell draws alongside of Ben Poland. She'll inch ahead going into turn number 3. Poland lets her go, pulls it down in line. Then she goes way up the hill. Serious push into number 5. Something happened there. And that thing went way up the hill. And now Michael Spear had to slow down for Joel Wadley, and Jeff Murray trying to take advantage of it. The rookie in the 3 gets it high and wide. Spear holds on for the win. Murray second. Benny Poland. Tara Tarbell fourth. Kent Minkler brings it home to Film Forest. The 83, Mike Willis Jr., the number 26 for Nate Keogh. The 04 is Joey Jarvis, the 27, Art Haino Jr. The number 8 is Guy Karen, the number 1 for Aaron Fellows. And lo and behold, our point leader, Dana Smith, not in the field. Fellows drives underneath that. Ain't no trouble for the Predator. Guy Karen got his first win of the season last week, and trouble in the 8. Meanwhile, up front, it's Norm Forrest, Robert Hagar, Aaron Fellows, Art Haino Jr., Nate Keogh, Joey Jarvis, Mike Willis Jr. Halfway, Hagar drops to the bottom, but Forrest gets the run off turn 2. Fellows now feeling Haino crawl up the outside. Hagar, now we'll see Fellows underneath him. The Superman, Aaron Fellows now to the bottom. He's going to jump out to the number 1 spot. Hagar loose. Hagar holds on to it. 2 laps to go. Aaron Fellows up front. Fellows only 2 points out of the lead here. Willis and Keogh get together a little bit in turn number 4. Joey Jarvis on the move, trying to work his way underneath Art Haino. Checkered flag is in the air. The Superman, Aaron Fellows, gets the win. Force comes home in second, followed by Joey Jarvis. Art Haino, Mike Willis. Michael Griggs gives him a look and says, let's get it on! Down into turn number 1, Joe Lanu with a big jump on the outside, a little bit loose, but he'll have the lead coming off turn 2 now. The Outlaw, Mark Blair, answers back on the inside. Off turn number 4 there, nose to nose, and down the front straightaway. Lanu by a fender at the line. Lanu pulls out in front. The Outlaw, then it's Batman himself, Alan Fellows. The Batmobile rides third, flying Ryan Bell right there in the 4th spot. Chris Curtis in a brand new ride. Curtis says he expects it to take a few weeks to get the bugs ironed out and get the feel of this track once again, but keep an eye on that 27 in the weeks to come. That thing will be going hard. Joe Lanu, 1 win on the season, leads the pack up the back straightaway. Lanu sitting 3rd in points as we speak, right behind Chris Wilk and Alan Fellows. This time by Michael Griggs with a cross, flags up, 5 down and 5 to go. Bell starts to look underneath Fellows, but Fellows with a good run off turn 2. Fellows trying to reel in the number 10. Looks to the low side. Coming off 4. The Outlaw has him covered. Great 3-car battle for the 2nd spot. Joe Lanu by 8 car lengths out in front. Fellows looks to the bottom on Blair. Will he have enough? Blair leaves the bottom open going in and is able to shut the door. Double sticks her up, 2 laps to go. Bell looked to make a run on Fellows right there, but it did not happen. Curtis with a serious push-pull coming into the turns. White flag out now for Lanu. Here they come down to the line. Joe Lanu's going to pick up the win. The Outlaw, Mark Blair, brings it home in second. Then it's Alan Fellows, Ryan Bell, and Chris Curtis. Here they come off turn 4. It's race time. Bovin and Wilk nose to nose off turn number 2. Bovin with a good run on the inside. Look at the power move by Chris Wilk on the outside. It's Wilk by a fender and a door going into 3. Bovin draws even and leads him off turn 4. They'll lean on each other a little bit halfway down the straightaway. Wilkie wanted to try the crossover move. Lavoie now draws up close. Top 3 trying to pull away. Chris Lyman in tow. Sammy Earl a little loose going in. A little loose all the way around the turn. Wilkie and Bovin still going at it up front. Chris Wilk drives it in deep into turn 1. Gets a good run coming up the back straightaway. Looks like he wants to go low coming off turn 4. Not going to happen. Lap number 6 ready to be complete. It's Bovin, Wilt, Lavoie, Lyman, and Sammy Earl. Chris Wilt trying to make that move. Wilkie looking to make a run off of one of these turns, or at least get under Nick Bovin. Bovin protecting the bottom very carefully. Double sticks up, 2 to go. Lavoie right there waiting in the wings. White flag out. One more lap to go. Nick Bovin, Chris Wilt, John Lavoie down to the line. It's going to be Nick Bovin taking the win. Wilt holds on to the second spot. The Chuck Zotto, number 33, for John Lavoie, comes home third. Chris Lyman fourth, and rounding up. Selected events, here they come. Off turn 4, green flag is out. Mark Palmisano with a good run. Bucky Demers stays close. Demers tries to draw even on the back straightaway. He will as they enter turn 3. Oh, Palmisano and Demers get together. Palmisano makes that wide turn. Bucky Demers with a smooth move, crosses over on him on the front stretch, runs him up a little bit, lets him know what it's like. Now Bucky gets a little bit loose but holds on to it. Luke Hinckley able to drive by. Palmisano gets into him. A little war going on between the Cornish Comet and Mark Palmisano. So meanwhile, Luke Hinckley and Darrell Keene run up front, followed by Demers. Battle for fourth between Todd Davis and Mark Palmisano, with Joey Tatral and Aaron Fellows hanging back as they watch the excitement going on in front of them. Fellows now draws inside of Tatral. Gets into Palmisano. Palmisano goes around. True Value Modified Series is going to be here. That's right, all the guys you grew up watching here. Bruce Batchelor, Sean Boudreau, Dwight Jarvis, Rusty Ball. They are underway again in the late model division. Luke Hinckley going to lead them off turn number 2. Demers trying to work his way underneath Darrell Keene. That Rice's Ice 79, that car getting stronger each week. Top 3 nose to tail. Tatral and Davis duking it out for the 4th spot. Palmisano trying to work his way up the outside with your defending track champion Todd Davis. Palmisano with Fellows in tow, using that outside group to their advantage. Oh, Tatral gets in a little hard. Double sticks are up. 2 to go. I think the field checked up a little bit there and Joey was ready to go. Luke Hinckley up front making it look good in that number 31. White flag out. Oh! Davis around, didn't see how it started. Lap dash for the points. Here we go off turn 4. Green flag is out. Hinckley, Keene, Demers. Bucky Demers tried to make a run on the bottom of Darrell Keene. Darrell Keene able to hold him off going up the back straightaway. Checkered flag will fly, this time by Luke Hinckley's going to bring home the win. Darrell Keene second, then it's Bucky down on the flag stand. Gives them the evil look as they come off turn 4. Let's get it on! Down into turn number 1. Mark Merrill on the outside trying to make a run on Dennis Stans. Stans pushes up the hill a little bit. Mark Merrill's going to lead him into turn number 3. Merrill brings it down the hill, protects the bottom a little bit, goes up high. Mark Merrill's going to lead him down to complete lap number 1. Chris, the Weasel Riando on the outside of Stans. They'll lean on each other a little bit in turn 2. Off to Dennis Stans will have the second spot. Look at the Weasel, drives it in deep on the outside. Door handle for the second spot. Dennis Stange on the inside. Chris Riano on the outside. Here comes your current point leader, Guy Karen. Karen works to the inside of Riando. Karen will take over third. The Predator is hunting his prey again. Karen down to the inside of Dennis Stange. That number 8 handling like it's on a rail into the second spot. Only one man between him and the checkered flag, and we're going to be halfway through this time by. Guy Karen has been assaulting this late model division since the beginning of the season. It's Mark Merrill, Guy Karen, Dennis Stange, Chris Riendo, Scott McMichael, Dola Holland, and Rich Lowry. Karen looked to put in a bid for the low groove. Here he comes off turn 4. Merrill by a half a car length at the line, but the Predator has the inside groove. He'll lead the pack off turn number 2. Guy Karen looks up to Joe Crowley, sees the double sticks in the air. 2 more laps to go. Lowry works his way underneath Scott McMichael for that 6th spot. Meanwhile, up front, the Karen excavating. Number 8 starting to pull away. White flag out. 1 more lap to go. Final lap for the late models. Off turn number 4 now. Checkered flag is in the air. Guy Karen's going to pick up the win. Mark Merrill comes home in second, followed by Dennis Stange.
Michael Gregg holds him off. And nope, false start. Jonathan King and Caitlin Stone kind of keep it slow on this one. Getting ready to come around turn 4. Greg says slow, 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 slow. There we go. Green flag racing here at Twin State Speedway. As Shauna Wallace right off the bat goes from the back of the pack to 3 wide in turn 2. But the number 48 of Caitlin Stone held steady as Craig Smith, a regular winner here at Twin State Speedway, catches right up to Shauna Wallace and Caitlin Stone. It is the 48 of Caitlin Stone, 89 of Shauna Wallace, Craig Smith into 29. We have the 33 of Matt Sonhalter, the 01 of Jonathan King, and the 36 of Cody Sabins. With Caitlin Stone first. Here comes Craig Smith going under 2, under Shauna Wallace in turn number 3. Craig Smith's got the 2. Coming out of turn number 4, Craig Smith gets second at that moment with Caitlin Stone. Craig Smith, Shauna Wallace taking a high in turn 1. A little too high on that one. Craig Smith coming up down the backstretch, easily passes the 48 of Caitlin Stone and takes the lead. This is going to be a battle here between Shauna Wallace and Craig Smith, as out of nowhere, Matt Sonhalter in the 33 passes the 89 of Shauna Wallace. We have Craig Smith in the 29, the 48 of Caitlin Stone, the 33 of Matt Sonhalter, the 89 of Shauna Wallace. And we have, the 01. Jonathan King, a rookie in our division, just lost it in turn number 2. Almost took out the 36 Cody Sabins. Looks like Jonathan King's okay, and he's going to keep going, as Craig Smith is now trying to build a commanding lead here at the Youth Sportsman Division. We have 4 laps down. It's Craig Smith. Here comes Shauna Wallace again, up on the 33 of Matt Sonhalter. Nothing yet. She's inching closer and closer on Sonhalter. Craig Smith's trying to get close enough to Jonathan King to lap Jonathan King, as Sonhalter takes a little wide in turn 4, giving Wallace the inside groove. Wallace not close yet, as Craig Smith has now lapped Jonathan King, rookie to our division. And we'll see if Sonhalter uses Jonathan King's car as an advantage or disadvantage, with Caitlin Stone right on his tail. 7 laps down in the Youth Sportsman Division, part of the Valley Building Supply Weekly Racing Series. The 29 of Craig Smith is slowly losing his lead to the 33 of Matt Sonhalter, and Shauna Wallace coming up quick out of turn 3 into turn 4 on Sonhalter. The 48 of Caitlin Stone is in 4th. In fifth is the 36 of Cody Sabins, and when you see that 01 is down a lap, that is in last place, and that would be Jonathan King. It's Smith, Sonhalter, Wallace, 1, 2, and 3. As Joe Crowley waves of a lapped flag. Oh, and there goes the 01 of Jonathan King right into Caitlin Stone. Yellow flag on. Yellow flag.
Like remind everyone that the 50-50 girls are hard to work out there, and I know the numbers are climbing as we speak. You can't win if you don't play, so please buy a 50-50 ticket.
A very commanding race. The man of very few smiles. We have Craig Smith. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Got to thank Brothers Auto Sales and Service, Randy Markwell. Got to thank Dad, Dirk. People help out family a lot. Oh, man.
Do me a favor. You just won again. Give me a smile. Who else you want? Anybody else?
I'd like to say happy 15th birthday to Zach White today.
Congratulations, Craig Smith.
Thank you.
We are underway. Benny Pola with a big jump on the outside. Jeff Murray going to have to try to run him down. 50-50 on sale. Get your 50-50 tickets. Get them while they're hot. Benny Poland, Jeff Murray, Terry Tarbell, Michael Spear, Ken Minkler Jr., Joel Wadley. 2 out of 25 in the books. Your current point leader and race leader, Benny Poland, and at Dale's, Tom and Dale's Auto Body, number 00. Poland out of Charlestown, New Hampshire. Putting the 00 through its paces. Young Jeff Murray, his first year in this division, moved up from the youth sportsman division from 1 year ago. Driving a John Hall Auto number 3, that's the car Joey Jarvis won the track championship in last year. That car still with a 305 under the hood. Tara Tarbell right there in third. The young lady who already has a feature win on the season. Michael Spear got his first ever win 1 week ago. That's at Cam Racing. Lucky Walk number 62. Kent Minkler Jr., rookie in the field. And Joe Wadley, his first appearance in 2009 in the number 40. Benny Poland trying to open it up a little bit. Tara Tarbell drives underneath Jeff Murray. Murray pulls back in line. Tarbell now sets her sights on Poland. Poland, Tarbell, Murray, Spear, Minkler, and Wadley. Tarbell gaining ground on your leader. Tarbell within striking distance now, dogging the leader, Benny Poland. Tarbell looks to the inside, Poland a little bit loose. Tarbell gives him a tap, lets him know she's there. Joe Wadley still having problems with the handling on that number 42. This time by Michael Griggs with a cross, flags up. 12 down and 13 to go. Wadley pulls the 42 down to the bottom and out of harm's way. The field rolls on by. Joe Wadley now heads up pit road into Morningside Lawn Care, number 42. Tarbell looks underneath Poland once again. Tarbell has the spot. She needs the push right here. Will she get it in there? Poland leaves the bottom open. They'll lean on each other a little bit and let it go. They're neck and neck off turn number 4. Dead heat at the start-finish line. Tarbell pulls ahead going into turn number 1. Now Jeff Murray and Michael Spear ready to add their 2 cents in. Tara Tarbell has taken over the top spot. 10 more laps to go. It's Tarbell, Poland, Murray, Spear, and Minkler. Tara Tarbell with Benny Poland, Jeff Murray, and Michael Spear in tow. Kent Minkler a half a lap back into number 11, a rookie in the division. Tarbell trying to open it up on Benny Poland. She's got a couple of car lengths now. Poland has a 4-car length advantage over Jeff Murray. Tarbell looking strong in that Ultimate Auto Body Vision Graphics number 5. Tarbell came into the night 3rd in points. Only 5 points behind Jeff Murray and 17 points behind Benny Poland. She'll gain some of those back tonight. Tara Tarbell on a mission. Spear still trying to make a run on Jeff Murray for that 3rd spot. Michael Griggs showing them 2 this time by with 2 to go. Tara Tarbell starting to open it up a little more. Tarbell with a hammer down. Off turn 4, white flag is up. This is it. 1 more lap to go, and Spear has worked to the inside of Jeff Murray. Murray trouble into number 3. That thing is slowed dramatically. Not sure what's going on with that automobile. Trying to hold on for 1 more lap. Tara Tarbell's going to nail down the win. Benny Poland comes home in second. Third will be Michael Spear. Murray gets it back up to speed for 4th, and rounding out the field, the number 11. That's Kent Mc.
Thank you very much. Wow.
You're having a good year.
Yes, we are having a very good year, and I'm extremely happy for it. It's about time.
It's night and day difference from last year to this year.
Very much so, actually. I think it has a lot to do with, homework, and we did our homework a lot.
And who do you want to thank?
Vision Graphics, Cooper's Family Restaurant, Ultimate Auto Body, Hillbilly Hot Tubs, Northeast Driver Training, Twin State Speedway, Sparky Electric, all the guys. And my dad said before I came out here, do me a favor, and he said, win this from my Uncle Herb. So this is from my Uncle Herb.
There you go. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Crowley gives them that evil eye as they come off turn 4. Let's get it on! Forrest with a big jump on the outside. Gets loose coming off there to Hagar. Drives down up nose to nose in turn number 3. Off turn 4 still, rail to rail. Forrest gets a little bit loose. Hagar down in the inside groove, still nose to nose. Forrest inches ahead up the back straightaway. Hagar answers back. Forrest way wide in turn number 4. It's Forrest by a bumper at the line. Oh, Nate Keogh dirt tracking in an in-wheel off turn number 2. And caution will fly. Outside. Robert Hagar, a rookie, along with Joey Jarvis and Mike Willis Jr. in this division. Green flag is out. Forrest gets a good jump. Art Hano going to try to follow him through. Joey Jarvis drops to the bottom. Now Aaron Fellows. Oh! Fellows and Willis rub rails. Mike Willis gets it fired up. Art Hano now, your point leader, going to the front. Art Hano Jr. making it work. Joey Jarvis follows him through. The Superman, Aaron Fellows, up into the 3rd spot. Hagar, wild ride, trying to hold on with that number 91. It's Hano, Jarvis, Fellows, Norm Forrest, Robert Hagar, Guy Karen, Nate Keogh. Karen to the inside of Hagar. Mike Willis Jr. hoping for a caution as he is a half a lap down. Seven laps in the books. Top 3 trying to pull away. Art Hano Jr. leading the way with Joey Jarvis, Aaron Fellows. Then it's Norm Forrest, Guy Karen, Hagar, Keogh, and Willis. Art Hano Jr. driving a nice line in that number 27. The rookie, Joey Jarvis, getting stronger each time out. This young man with a world of talent. talking with his dad, who's Twin True Value Modified racer Peter Jarvis. Peter says the car's getting better all the time. Joey's getting better all the time. He said the only problem was the gas cap got left off in practice. Peter says, I have made myself the official in charge of the gas cap. Robert Hagar takes the 91 up pit road. Problems in the Hagar's painting number 91. And Robert Hagar will be celebrating a birthday in a couple of weeks. Nate Keogh in trouble in the 26, holds on to it. That car started to skate up the hill. Hano, Jarvis, and Fellows now starting to pull away from Norm Forrest. Forrest feeling the heat from Guy Karen. Joey Jarvis looks underneath on Hano. Joey Jarvis makes a move to the front. The rookie making it work in the 04. What an outstanding move by the talented young driver. Former youth sportsman and strictly stock point champion. Now holding his own in the modified division. Jarvis now starting to pull away up front in the 04. Oh, Mike Willis Jr. in trouble. Holds on to it. That right there shows you the maturity of Joey Jarvis. Didn't falter, didn't get on the binders, didn't lose it. Nate Keogh and Mike Willis, here they come, it's race time. Joey Jarvis on the inside, Hano on the outside. Hano drives it in deep, but Joey Jarvis going to lead him off turn 4. Aaron Fellows now to the inside of Art Hano. Fellows with a good run off turn 2. Joey Jarvis, the man up front. Nose to tail up the back straightaway. Jarvis, Fellows, Hano, Forrest, Keogh, and Guy Karen. The Karen Excavating number 8 heads up pit road, trouble for last week's feature winner. 20 in the books, 15 to go, flat tire on the number 8. Joey Jarvis and Aaron Fellows trying to check out on the rest of the field. Fellows right there in contention, but the young gun, Joey Jarvis, able to hold him off so far. Fellows drives it to the inside. Fellows has the position. Fellows will lead him off turn 2. Joey Jarvis fights back. Jarvis had him by a bumper at the line. Jarvis and Fellows with 10 laps to go. Wheel to wheel. Jarvis leads him at the line again. Fellows with an advantage coming off the turn. Jarvis drives it in deep. Fellows down low will lead this lap. Jarvis now pulls in a line. Oh, Hano gets into the back of Jarvis. Jarvis holds on to it. Oh, and Norm Forrest goes around on the back straightaway. Here we go, off turn 4. Get ready. Fellows and Jarvis. Fellows with a good jump, but Jarvis answers the bell. Joey Jarvis, they're wheel to wheel again. Jarvis inches ahead going into turn number 3, off turn 4. Fellows has the advantage. Mike Willis around. Gets it straightened up. Willie get it fired up. And caution will fly. Laps to go. Oh, and Joe Crowley pulls it back in. Didn't like that start. Joe Crowley watches them. Here they come off turn 4. Green flag is up. Fellows and Jarvis Jarvis inches ahead by a half a car length. Fellows answers right back. Here they come off turn 4. Fellows loose. It's Jarvis by a fender at the start-finish line. Aaron Hano right there in the wings waiting. That time Fellows had him by a coat of paint at the start-finish line. Great battle up front. This time by 5 more laps to go. And what an exciting race we have up front. Aaron Fellows leading the show, but Joey Jarvis not giving up. Jarvis working the outside groove. Jarvis with a good run off turn 4. He'll lead that lap. Back and forth, there you go. It's Jarvis and Fellows, Fellows and Jarvis. Fellows drives it in deep off turn number 3. Aaron Fellows gets loose. They touch. Jarvis goes back to the front again. Now Fellows fights back on the inside. Aaron Fellows leads him up the back straightaway. 2 to go, this time by. Who's it going to be? Fellows pulls ahead. Right, flag is out. Norm Forrest goes into the infield. He's out of harm's way. Here they come down to the line. Norm, keep it there. He does. Aaron Fellows gets the win. Aaron Hano second. Joey Jarvis third. Nate. What an outstanding modified run. And speaking of modifieds, next Friday night, the True Value Modified Series going to be right here at Twin State Speedway.
Aaron Fellows, congratulations, bud.
Yeah, thanks. I got to say, I've had a lot of good racing over the years with Pete, Joey's dad, but that was probably one of the funnest races I've ever had. Joey's a clean driver, give you room. It was great to race out there with him, just side by side. That's the way it should be. Hopefully the fans got a good show, and Joey can be in my shoes next week because that's what we need. We need to have a good show, get some more fans here, and, just have a good thing. I got to thank my sponsors, New England Outdoor Furnace, Central Boilers, Wes and Clark Smith. Geez, he give me a great car every week. I can't believe it. This thing, we finished second the last 3 weeks in a row and just biding our time, and we finally did it, so it's good. Congratulations to them to get their first win. They've had a hard last couple years, so hopefully this is a well-deserved win for them. Thank a couple of my sponsors, LaValley Building Supply, Steve Fellows Sand and Gravel, everybody else, my girlfriend, my kids, my dad, Mike, brothers, everybody just puts a ton of work in these things. I run two cars every week, and I just got a hats off to them guys, and hopefully we can keep doing this.
So when do you sleep?
We don't. We work on race cars and play with little kids.
There you go. And it was an exciting finish. It was going to get more.
Chris Curtis in the 0-0, slamming Sammy Earl. Off turn number 1. Oh, look out! Moving loose. The outlaw, Mark Blair, going to lead him into turn number 3. Joe Lanoux right there in hot pursuit. It's Blair, Lanoux, Bowman, Fellows, Lavoie, Ryan Bell, Chris Lyman, Chris Wilt, Chris Curtis, and Sammy Earl. Top 4 trying to pull away. John Lavoie trying to reel him in. Nose to tail off turn number 4. Ryan Bell and Chris Wilt duking it out for that 6th spot. Wilkie on the move in the outside groove. John Fellows has gone into the front stretch wall hard. Ryan Bell and Chris Lyman, Chris Wilk, Chris Curtis, Nick Bolden, and Sammy Earl. The Outlaw, Mark Blair, going to lead the pack off turn 2. Here we go, we are underway. John LeBoy going to lead Ryan Bell off turn number 4. It's John LeBoy, Ryan Bell, Chris Lyman. Chris Curtis way up high in turn number 3. It's John LeBoy, Ryan Bell, Chris Lyman, Nick Bowman, Chris Wilk, Mark Blair, Chris Curtis, and Sammy Earl. Top 6, nose to tail, up the back straightaway. The tank commander, John LeBoy, leading the way. Chris Wilk works his way underneath Nick Bowman. Wilk takes over the 4th spot. The Chuck Sato, number 33 up front, Ryan Bell with Chris Lyman, Chris Wilk, Nick Bowman, Mark Blair, Chris Curtis, and Slayman, Sammy Earl. John LeBoy trying to check out on the field. Meanwhile, your defending track champion, Chris Wilk in the 15. Trying to figure out a way around Chris Lyman. Wilkie drives it in deep in the high groove. Cuts back in line off turn 2. Right up to the back bumper of Chris Lyman. Now Wilkie looking to go in the high groove. Drives up alongside Lyman. Loses ground as Bowman gets loose. John LeBoy now with a 2-car length lead over Ryan Bell. Chris Lyman loose in turn number 4. Ryan Bell, Chris Lyman, and Chris Wilk. 3-car battle for that 2nd spot. Cross flags are out halfway. Wilkie now going to the high side as Lyman dukes it out with Ryan Bell. Chris Wilk making it run in the high groove. Wilk goes up to 3rd. Wilk tries the crossover on Ryan Bell, doesn't quite get it to the bottom. Wilkie looks high, pulls it back in line. Wilkie now down to the bottom. Ryan Bell shuts the door going into turn number 1. Off turn number 2 and up the back straightaway. John LeBoy now with a 5-car length lead. Ryan Bell gets loose. Warning from the flag stand to Ryan Bell. Ryan Bell trying to hold off Chris Wilk. Bell gets loose. Nick Bowman gets it underneath Chris Lyman for 4th. Chris Wilk up to 2nd. Chris Curtis up pit road to 27. Has gone up pit road. Passing flag out for Sammy Earl. 21 down and 9 to go. John LeBoy has been up front since lap 6. Chris Wilk trying to run him down. Wilk Wilkie starting to gain a little bit of ground. He's only got 8 laps to get it done. Bolin trying to go to work on Ryan Bell. Bolin tries to cross over, the car is loose. Can't get it done this time by. The battle right now is for third spot. Chris Lyman getting back into the action. Chris Wilk has cut John Lavoie's lead to 4 car lengths. 5 laps to go. John Lavoie, Chris Wilk, Ryan Bell, Nick Bolden, Chris Lyman, Mark Blair and Slayman, Sammy Earl. 26 laps now in the mark. Chris Wilk is running out of time. John Lavoie, I can almost see the smile on that automobile driver's face. Lavoie, a former Monadnock Speedway champion, one of the nicest guys in auto racing. Bolden still trying to work the bottom against Ryan Bell. Chris Wilk has cut the lead to 3 car lengths. Double sticks are up. 2 more laps to go. This is it. Can Wilk get it done? He's only got 2 laps left, and he's close to within a car length of John Lavoie. White flag will fly this time by. Chris Wilk, one last desperate bid. Can he get it done? John Lavoie, a wily veteran, knows how to hold him off if he has to. Wilkie knows how to get by on the last lap. Here they come. Checkered flags in the air. John Lavoie's going to pick up the win. Chris Wilk, a hard-fought second. Ryan Bell third over Nick Bolden. Chris Lyman, So Super Street's getting it done. Chris Wilk made a valiant effort to try to run down that 33. Came up just a little bit short. Had he had a couple more laps, we might have had a wheel-to-wheel finish. But Johnny Lavoie.
Wait, was Wilkie right? Is this your first win?
My first Claremont win, absolutely.
Well, let's hear it for his first win here at Claremont.
Oh, it feels good. I don't know what happened there. I don't think I passed a single car. Everybody Mark made a mistake on started too fast. I said, oh, that's a fast start. I don't know if they're going to let that go. And obviously they didn't. They said that they weren't going to play any games, and if anybody does it, they're going to send them to the back. So, oh, well, it gave me the lead, and I kept it, and I saw Chris coming, and I said, oh, no, and I looked up. I kept on looking up. He's a little closer. All I did is concentrate on just doing what I was doing, keeping it low, and just going as fast as I can.
Well, congratulations on your first win. Who do you want to thank?
I got to thank Edmonds Ace Hardware. They've been wonderful sponsors. They came down tonight to watch me. They're here for my first win, so that's awesome. BG Drilling and Geothermal finances the car, and Chuck's Auto, where we work on the car all week long to try to get it to go as good as it does.
Hey, congratulations, John Lavoie, first one here at Twin State Speedway. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Someone would like to help Rich out. We need 2 more. Here they come up there and boy, let's get it on! Parmesano, Dennis stands off turn 2. The Cornish Comet, Bucky Demers on the move. Late models stacking them, 14 Debo. Guy Karen goes around. The Predator around in turn 4. There's the Cornish Comet. Bucky, a former Pro Stock champion from right here at the Speedway. Here they come out, turn 4, underway once again. Oh, and they stack them up on the front straightaway. Mark Merrill did not get a good jump. Problems in the 99, that thing just not up to speed. Mark Parmesano, Bucky Demers. Here they come off turn number 4. Joe Crowley says it's race time. Palmisano with the lead off turn 2. Bucky Demers holding tight in the outside groove. Demers with the crossover. Doesn't quite have enough to get there. Now Demers down to the bottom. The Cornish Comet drops to the bottom. Here they come off turn number 4. Bucky Demers and Mark Palmisano. Oh, look out! Heavy hit in turn number 1. Has made it back out. He's a couple of laps down. Darrell Keene, unfortunately, gonna spend the night up there in the pits. It looks like green flag is out. Bucky Demers on the outside groove. Mark Palmisano answers back on the inside. They'll lean on each other a little bit in turn number 3, off turn 4, down to the line. That was about as close as it could be at the line. Oh, and look out! Dennis stands around. Ladies and gentlemen, late models ready to refire one more time. Here they come off turn 4. It's race time. Bucky Demers, Mark Palmisano off turn 2. Palmisano with a big push on the outside. Demers gets a little bit loose. Bucky Demers drives it in deep in turn number 1. Palmisano by a fender off turn 2. He'll stretch it out a little bit. Demers answers back on the inside. Bucky Demers down low, dead heat coming off turn 4. Demers and Palmisano duking it out up front. Oh, they touch! Palmisano tried to squeeze him down. Bucky protecting the line. Demers trying to close the door on Holland going into turn number 1. Look at Aaron Fellows, threads the needle. The Superman getting it done. Palmisano fights back on the outside. The rookie in the division, Dola Holland, right now leading this event. Bucky Demers right there in second. Chris Weasel Rando up to third, Aaron Fellows fourth. The battle for fifth between Guy Karen and Mark Palmisano. Dola Holland trying to stretch it out over Bucky Demers. Demers having his best run of the season in second spot. Chris the Weasel Rando right there in third. The Superman Aaron Fellows in fourth. Last week's feature winner. Weasel able to shut the door in turn number 3. Aaron Fellows, a 4-time track champion, rides in fourth, and here comes the Predator. Guy Karen in at number 8, your point leader, and winner in 3 out of 4 feature events so far this year. The number 8 riding in the groove right now, looking for a way to make it happen. Fellows tries to make the crossover on Chris Riendo. Fellows drives it in and muscles his way by. Karen gonna follow him through now. Karen goes to the inside of Fellows. Karen is there. Fellows leaves the bottom open for him. Cross flags halfway. The Predator now up to third with Karen in tow. look out! Lowry goes around off turn 2. 8, as he's going to try to fill the hole before the Cornish Comet can get to the bottom. Off turn 2, Noah Holland by a half a car length. Bucky Demers holding strong on the outside. Karen looks to be holding back a little bit. Now Karen battling for second. He's underneath Demers. Palmisano muscles up underneath Aaron Fellows. Palmisano pulling the old bump and run on Aaron Fellows, gave him a nudge going into turn 3, and then drove underneath him. Karen to the bottom on Noah Holland. Holland able to hold him off. Here comes Palmisano underneath Bucky Demers. Palmisano trying to charge back to the front. Noah Holland looking for his first ever win in a late model car. Guy Karen trying to pick up his 4th win of the season and extend his point lead. Mark Palmisano right there in the 3rd spot, coming on strong. Then it's Aaron Fellows, Bucky Demers, Karen to the bottom. The Predator makes a move and goes to the front once again. Palmisano into the side of Noah Holland. Holland able to hold him off. Karen and Holland off turn 4. Green flag is up. It's race time. Guy Karen with a big run off turn 2. Here comes Palmisano. Palmisano and Holland off turn 4. Palmisano up to 2nd place. Bucky Demers fills the hole. Noah Holland stuck in the high groove. Bucky Demers looking for his first trophy of the 2009 season. The Superman, Aaron Fellows, works his way up into the 4th spot. It's Karen, Palmisano, Demers, Fellows, Holland, Randall, Stans, Lowry, McMichael, Davis, Hinkley, Tatro, and Mark Merrill. Chris, the Weasel Rando now drives up into the 5th spot. Palmisano trying to figure out a way to do something with the 8 of Guy Karen. Karen with a pretty good point lead coming into the night. The Superman, Aaron Fellows, drops to the bottom, goes by Bucky Demers. Fellows up into the 3rd spot. Noah Holland works his way back past Chris Randall. These two duking it out back and forth. This time by your top 2 have run away from the rest of the pack. Warning going out to Fellows. The battle is for 3rd. Here comes Noah Holland. Trying to go into Bucky Demers, drives it in. Double sticks her up. 2 laps to go. 2 to go. Guy Karen, Mark Palmisano, and Aaron Fellows, your top 3. Oh, Lowry into the back of Dennis Stans. White flag is out. 1 more lap to go. This is it. Guy Karen looks like he's going to make it 4 out of 5. The Predator picks up the win, followed by Mark Palmisano Aaron Fellows, Noah Holland, Bucky Demers, Chris Riendo, Dennis Stands, Rich Loud. And he'll extend that point lead a little bit more, and a 43-point lead coming into the night. Modified driver Robert Hagar making his way through the crowd. Robert going to have a birthday coming up in a couple of 3 weeks. Followed by Nate Keogh in the stands.
Hey, hi, are you going to... Now, you did this for someone else tonight, right?
I sure did. I did it for my car owner's brother, Kurt Richardson. He was almost killed in a logging accident the other day, and it's been touch and go, so we've been thinking about him a lot, so I'd like to dedicate this to him.
And I was talking up there. He's doing sort of okay, right?
Yeah, he got roughed up pretty good. I mean, they don't know what the long-term prognosis for him is. I mean, I believe he's going to live, but beyond that, we don't really know.
Well, I know it must have been a tough week for you. And getting down here on this track, the car itself was running phenomenal.
Yeah, the car's good. I actually didn't have no brakes at the end when I got into somebody there on one of them checkups there. I don't know what happened. It must have cut a line or something, but it still handled good. And after we got rolling, the car just took over, and it's a great car to drive.
Now, I got to say, I was sitting with a couple of the biggest Guy Karen fans down here. So I know that you got some fans here. Who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank Mike and Laura Richardson, La Valley Bill and Supply. I'd like to thank my dad for some chassis advice, Rocky Branch Auto Repair, Glen and Massey Contours, the crew, Lone Wolf Entertainment, Lake Sunapee Heating, Soupy Juice Cars, and there's probably a couple I'm forgetting, but what can I say?
You'll get them next week.
That's right. Thank you.
It's first place Guy Karen. Congratulations. Cats will be needing towing this evening. And it's green flag racing here at Twin State Speedway. As the number 62, Dickie Hoole, just belts out of nowhere. That thing's on fire. 62's up front, and then we have, I can't even see that number. The 18. We got a bunch of new drivers here this week, so bear with me. Some drivers that we've never seen here before. 18 is Patrick Leclerc. The 162 is Julia Raymond. So we've got Dickie Hoole, Julia Raymond, and then the 18 of Patrick Leclerc. And we are 3 wide, almost 4 wide there in turn number 2. It's Dickie Hoole, the 162 of Julia Raymond, and here comes 7. That's Cody Small. Coming up behind him is number 40 of Robert Leach, and the familiar number 41 of Jeremiah Losi. As the 18 of Patrick Leclerc takes turn number 2 high and loses about 5 slots. This 62 of Dickie Hoole is on fire, already lapping the number 66 of Scott Corduroy. Scott Cowdery has been lapped, so the 66 has been lapped. The 62 is in the lead with the 7 of Cody Small, the 162 of Julia Raymond, and here comes Losi and the number 40 of Robert Leach as Losi passes Robert Leach, and everybody else is passing Cowdery as well. 1 minute 45 seconds into our Wildcat night. And Cody Small is our new leader with a 62 falling down behind. That's Dickie Hoole. The 162 is Julia Raymond. And don't count out Jeremiah Losi. Jeremiah Losi's always right in there in the thick. But the 7 of Cody Small showing substantial power right now, breaking away from the pack. So when you're looking out right now, the number 7, which is now lapping many cars. 7 is in front. That's, and number 7 right there. Cody Small takes a turn. And turn 2, he held on to it going down the backstretch. So Cody Small's in first, and we have a battle now between number 41 of Jeremiah Losi and the 62 of number 62 is Dickie Hoole. So watch as these cars mix and match between everyone. 7 is in front, Cody Small. And then 62 and 41 are second and third, as the 41 of Jeremiah Losi has now passed Dickie Hoole. And Jeremiah Losi weaving and ducking in here, trying to catch back up to Cody Small. 10 laps down, 40 to go here on the Wildcats. Don't forget, for all your racing action, log on to our website, twinstatespeedway.net. That's twinstatespeedway.net. You can find out what's going to be happening each and every week. Next week here at Twin State Speedway, the ACOT Tour will be here. Also, the Super Street 50-lap extra distance, 500 to win. And then Friday, June 5th, the True Value Modifieds will be here. That is going to be an exciting night of racing. Part of the 2009 LaValle Building Supply Weekly Racing Series. 12 laps in the books. Cody Small has the lead. That's the number 7. The number 41 of Jeremiah Losi is in second. The 62 of Dickie Houle is in third. And then we have the 40